Hey, it's me, Jeremy John with Kokanee Kid Fishing. We're tackling information come together to get you guys in the game. So, what I want to do today is I just want to specifically talk about Detroit Lake. I was up there for 2 days with my son and my wife Debbie, and I kind of wanted to give you guys some information on what I saw and what my theories are on the lake. So, I will tell you that I was fishing yesterday, which was Thursday, and I got a super late start. So I go out, I'm gonna go fish I spent the whole morning on the south side. Marked quite a few fish, but man, I couldn't get anything to hit. Went around the corner to the north side. My buddy Bernie from Bait and Weight Fishing Charters was there, and he goes, man, he was like, the bite was absolutely fantastic this morning, and then it just died. And I'm thinking, crap, I got on the lake too late. I think I started at like 7:30. So went around, messed around. I did pick up some fish over on the north side, not very many. My wife had a great incident where an osprey actually took one of her fish, pulled it up, took it out in the air, ripped it off. I almost videotaped it too. Her reeling in that fish, but I didn't because I would have gotten a picture. It was pretty cool. Actually, the boat that was next to us goes, man, did that bird just steal your fish? I'm like, yep, that bird just stole my fish. So the fishing for us on Thursday was absolutely horrible. Went all the way into the Brighton Bush area, checking out water temp. Not very many fish in there. Actually, the water is about 3 degrees colder. I think that the streams are pushing in some cold water, so that wasn't where I was marking the fish. I was marking fish at, my buddy calls it Butt Crack Rock. Sorry, that's the name of it. So there was quite a few fish in there, and then going more towards the tip of the island, heading west is where I was marking most of the fish. So my game plan for the next morning was to get up really early, and I should have gotten up earlier. So if you're gonna fish tomorrow, sunrise is at 6:16. And if it was me and I was fishing tomorrow, I would actually be on the lake at about 5 o'clock in the morning, get in my spot and have my gear ready to go at 5:16, drop it in the water and get ready to go, just like Odell. Because this morning when I was out there, I could not keep the rods in the water. And I got on the lake at 6. So between 6 and 6:30, it was like the hottest bite ever. I mean, it was just one after another, bam, 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 bam. And then once the wind picked up and the sun started coming out a little bit, then it was nickel dime time. So that early morning bite is, you gotta be on the water to get it. Now, I don't know if things are gonna change. We had an east wind. I know tomorrow, if you guys are fishing, you're gonna have an east wind with a switch over, then into a west wind and some rain. So that could be a good bite. But for me, it was a very early morning bite. The lures that were working fantastic. Here's another screw up for the Kokanee Kid. The purple twisted hoochies. So do you know how many of these I had in my boat? 2. I had 2 of these in my boat. That's it. Not only that, I've got gold ones that aren't even available to anybody. Do I have any of these in my boat? No, I don't have any. So big screw up. I only had 2. I fished these both days. This was really hot. I wish I would have had about 6 more of these and then some of the ones with the gold. The other one that was hot, another screw up by the Kokanee Kid, is the blue micey bug with silver. I did have enough of these to fish, but I've got them in gold, and guess who doesn't have any gold on their boat? Me. Not one. So I wish I could have tried this lure in gold. I wish I would have had some more of the pink, purples, and silver, and I wish I would have at least had a couple of these to try with a gold dodger. So the lures that were working again were these, the blues. My wife did catch some on the Dana Campbell special, which is a orange and gold micey bug with a gold dodger. We did catch some fish on those. And I did catch a couple on an orange and gold twisted hoochie as well. But the 2 best lures, that's what it was at. And the fish are all over the water column. So with my live scope, I'm marking them up on the surface. I'm marking them down to 90 feet. I will tell you that the hot depth for us was somewhere between 55 and 40 feet. That's where I was trying to concentrate my rods. I had one rod at 55, I had one at 50, I had one at 40, I had one at 45. So that's kind of where the meat of the bite was at. And I even tried chasing some, I'd mark some down at 70 and I'd drop rods down at 70. It didn't seem to do any good. But with the water temperature at 50, it's got to warm up a little bit to get these fish up into a thermocline. So the other thing I will tell you is if you're planning on fishing the Derby, the fish that I was catching on the north side seemed a little bit smaller. So 12 and a half, 13 inches. Didn't get anything in the 16 to 17 inch range, which I've seen some fish being caught in that range. I'm not sure where. I did catch a little bit of a bigger one on the south side, but I didn't fish that first thing in the morning. And I think tomorrow, if I would go, who knows? I probably would have just stuck right on that north side. So from Butt Crack Rock, heading east out towards the main point of the island and going back and forth, first thing in the morning, it was lights out fishing. It was fantastic. So we ended up with 18 today. I got blown off the lake. I didn't want to deal with it. So I went back to my campsite at about 9 o'clock. And then we hung out, busted up camp, and then I got off the lake today. So I just wanted to give you guys a report and let you guys know exactly what was going on with me on Detroit. Also, the other thing I want to tell you is I do have a retail location up in Detroit. They have some absolute fantastic parking just across the street in a gravel lot, but it's Russell, and he owns H&B CBD Mini Market. I know he is fully supplied with tackle because I just dropped some stuff off with him just a couple days ago. And they do have the blue and they do have the purple twisteds up there. So if you get a chance and you really want to go see where my tackle's at, that's where it's at up there. And they do have a spot right across the street. He does have beverages and ice and stuff like that. And there's also a food cart up there if you guys want to go eat lunch and have a beer. So it's pretty cool. So hopefully this information helps you out. Boy, just some knucklehead stuff for me. I should have gotten up early, didn't. And I always do that when I get off the lake. I'm always questioning and second guessing and should I, coulda, woulda, all that stuff. So I always tell my wife, it's just me against it's me against myself on the lake is what it is. I'm always questioning myself. The other thing I wanted to say was there was a boat after that hot morning bite. I don't know who it was, but they were still catching a few fish, and I noticed that they were actually trolling faster than me. They'd gone by, I saw them catch about 3 fish. They made a turn and they were going the other direction. And I bumped my speed up a little bit during that slow slot to about 1.3, 1.2, and I was trying to keep it below 1 mile an hour or under just because the water temp's so cold. I figured the fish, but it seemed like when I bumped it up, we had a little slot we went through. I picked up another 4 all on twisted hoochies. Coming through the slot towards the top of the island, doing a little bit faster speed. So, and I think if the wind wouldn't have picked up today, I could have stayed in that section, but that Brighton bush with an east wind coming through was just white caps, and I didn't want to deal with it. I hate the wind. It's horrible. I can handle cold, rain, snow, sleet, but wind, it blows. So hopefully this information helps. You can get tackle on Kokanee Kid Fishing.com, and we'll see you guys out on the lake. Thanks. Bye.